Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, July 28, 2022. In the first half of the day, you continue to focus on rest, regeneration, and familiar activities, with the moon in your home and family sector. Going within is a process that boosts your confidence. Later today, the moon moves into harmony with your sign, and you're in the mood to create, interact, and enjoy yourself. Your desires are more adamant than usual, and you can be passionate and motivated. This moon transit tends to pick up your spirits and turn your focus to more active pursuits. Still, aim to be mindful of what you're taking on, particularly new projects or commitments. A magical day lies ahead of you. Venus, our lesser benefic, will throw on her most attractive robes and put up her hair as she decides to go on a date with mighty Jupiter, our greater benefic. Whenever these two celestial objects interact, a time of fun, games, laughter, and euphoria arrives. Whether single or attached, today would be a glorious moment to give a sweet gift to someone who you desire. If committed, surprise your significant other with flowers or something special. If single, ask out a crush and go to a fancy restaurant. This will make you feel lavish and in the mood for love. Watch your developing projects explode with immense value as Jupiter in Aries squares Venus in Cancer. The question is, which projects are worth further nurturing? Your creativity is overflowing during this square, so you need to consider what idea or passion project is worth pursuing so that you do not overdo it. By focusing on the projects that feel intuitively aligned with your work, you will eventually see them yield immense success. The square could even bring up the concept of money and security, which will improve over time. A lot of valuable and interesting financial information could come your way via modern technology, phone, fax, email, or perhaps via the internet. You might discover some new information on the net which awakens an exciting new interest in you, perhaps related to the sciences or to occult or metaphysical matters. You could even discover a talent for astrology. Group activities may also seem appealing at this time, particularly with regard to humanitarian pursuits. Go out and enjoy life to the full. You exude an inner calm and spontaneity that others find irresistible, so join in activities with them. Start a new hobby or visit an old friend. Whatever you do, reflect and find out what's been on your mind. Every now and then, you get called up to take a stand and defend someone smaller than you in one way or another. Now is that time, so do your thing and make sure the good guys win. You feel self-assured, capable of almost anything. If there is someone special you have your eye on, you convince them of your intention to get together in a more intimate way. Even if you have not already met someone, you can rely on your charm and naturalness to bring successes in any matters of the heart. You've been juggling career, romance, and creative interests for the past year, and this is apt to continue. However, you might find yourself building a new career, perhaps in addition to the one you have now, which involves writing or speaking. You're also apt to develop a vigorous interest in building health, and could make a powerful effort to change your diet and exercise habits. Good luck with it all. Your independence and willpower are sure to be strong on this day. This can be a terrific bit of news if you have been trying to find the strength to stick to that new diet or to stop a habit. You won't have any trouble passing up on the things that tempt you the most. Direct some of this energy towards speaking your mind and taking the lead role when the opportunity presents itself. The more you do things like this, the more you learn about yourself. While today's playful and creative lunar vibes are helping to keep your mind and your options open ahead of the moon's return to your work sector tomorrow and the new moon this will create, an alignment with Venus will make this harder to ignore. This is also making this harder to ignore while sending a message that while new doors are opening on the job front for the first time this year, that doesn't mean life has to become all work and no play. With Venus the last planet to move through a playful part of your chart, and as she will be gone by the time the moon returns next month, this is something that you can't give a rain check to. If the just over 3 weeks that Venus, the planet of love will spend in your romantic sector are potentially some of the most romantically charged of the year, then an alignment with the moon today brings you to its most potent point. As today's romantically charged lunar vibes emerge with Venus influence, this is something that even the heart of the working week can't compete with. Our eyes in the sky. The morning should be a peaceful one as the moon continues its journey through dreamy Leo. You might have received psychic messages while you were dreaming last night, so be sure to write down any astral plane encounters that stick in your head. A mystical vibe permeates the air all day, making it the perfect time to start your morning with a spiritual rite, meditation, or nature walk. The universe is looking for ways to connect with you, especially when the moon forms an alliance with fantastical Neptune this afternoon. Look for synchronicities or angel numbers, and pay attention to any emotional shifts that come on suddenly, because you could be having a psychic or empathic experience. This evening, Lady Luna forms a helpful connection to Pluto, which is an excellent time to take a cleansing bath or perform a house blessing. You might also want to take a second to honor your ancestors, because the veil that separates us from the other side is slightly thinner now. Be sure that you're using your voice over the next several weeks, especially if you find that other people are trying to dominate you or take you for granted. The day's astrology is quiet until the Leo moon aligns with Neptune in the early afternoon, leading to heightened idealism and confusion. Our guard is down, which is not a bad thing if we are in the presence of trusted friends and confidants. However, we are also liable to see the best in others, even when they have demonstrated evidence of their character to the contrary. Instead of placing our faith in something outside ourselves, we can use this time to relax, meditate, or throw ourselves into an artistic practice. Zoning out to mindless entertainment is also a relatively harmless way to pass the time. Because we are self-centered, we see information through a lens of our history and mythology. The stories we share highlight our personal exploits as triumphant feats or cautionary tales, always with a moral to convey. There is nothing wrong with centering our experiences or the powers of our own intellect. We do this daily in small ways, no matter what sign Mercury is drifting through, as our realities are subjective. However, we should be mindful that dominating the narrative can be distressing for the other person in the conversation, especially if someone is trying to have a legitimate heart-to-heart with us. There will be ample time to play the role of both the storyteller and the audience member throughout this transit.